Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Peak1 here, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be just going over some of my favorite livery packs for the Southern Railway on the game Railroader. I know this is a photography YouTube channel, but I mostly just do trains, and I figured this still isn't the criteria, so let's get straight into it. Alright, so we're going to be starting with Southern Railway 1401. It's a 462 steam locomotive built by Alco in 1926. It currently resides on static display at the National Museum of American History. Obviously, this is a very interesting looking steam locomotive because of the bright colors. You might be wondering why, but this is the Southern Railway's common, passenger paint scheme. This is, their thing that they're known for. Interestingly enough, this train in real life pulled the funeral train of the United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was retired in service in around 1952 and was donated to the museum in Washington, D.C. around 1961, and it is the only survivor of its class. All of the rest were scrapped. And, I mean, quite frankly, this is just a beautiful looking steam locomotive in general. It's a shame that it's probably not going to run again due to where it's sitting in the museum and the structural. I don't want to get into all that right now, but I think it's a really interesting steam locomotive in general. And I'm going to include all the links for everything I used to make this locomotive on Nexus in the description below. It's just a couple of different mods thrown together that work really well with each other. Alright, this next locomotive is Southern Railway 280 number 401. This locomotive was built in December of 1907 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works. This model in the game was made by one of my good friends, Gray Ninja. I highly recommend checking him out. He makes awesome models. They're really detailed, and he spends a lot of time on them. So I'll leave a link in the description. 401 is currently residing at the Monticello Railway Museum in Monticello, Illinois. I will leave a link to their museum page in the description, along with some extra info about the locomotive that, if you want to do some research or just check it out, I highly recommend it. The real locomotive was used by the Southern Railway until 1947, when it was sold to the Alabama Asphaltic Limestone Company, where it was used for many years as a switcher locomotive in their yards at the quarry, but in 1964 it was retired and then thrown into outdoor storage. The museum it currently resides at now purchased it in 1967, and it was shipped on a flat car arriving at the museum. It was on static display for about 12 years, I think, until a financial donor stepped forward, restoring it to operating condition, where it now operates at the museum today. Up next, we have Southern Railway 630. The real locomotive is a KS1 Class 280 consolidation steam locomotive built in February of 1904. This locomotive currently resides at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum and runs excursions there. This locomotive is made of a couple of different mods thrown together, which I will leave all the links in the description. And I think that is probably going to be wrapping up this video. If you did enjoy this, I can make a part 2 of a couple other steam locomotives and diesels that were on the Southern that are currently in the game that I think are phenomenal. Just leave me a comment if you enjoyed this video, and I will definitely do a part 2. I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you liked it, feel free to like. But without further ado, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you next time.